So I couldn't wait to check in with you on this next topic that I saw, of course, on social media. Hey, beautiful. Welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, I am Artisha Bolding, also known as the Mindset Midwife, your favorite coach. And we are doing these satisfying Saturdays, success Saturdays, just making sure that you get what you need on the weekend. So settle in a minute, grab your coffee, and we're going to chat. So I want to ask you a question. How do you feel when you are faced with your worst moments? If someone shares a memory on social media, if they comment under an old post and it comes back up in the feed, or if you're even in a group of friends, coworkers, whatever, and someone just so happens to bring up a time when you just flipped out, freaked out, just acted all kinds of crazy, how does that make you feel? So one of my favorites, Kev on Stage, shout out Kev, he posted his top 5 reads of all time. And for those of you that may not know, a read is when you tell somebody off, you get them all the way together. You make them want to curl up in a ball, go somewhere and cry. You just tell them like it is. Okay, and so we know that certain reality TV shows are famous for that. Certain characters online or what have you, blogs, vlogs, all of that. So we already know what to expect from these folks, right? So Kev counted down several different ones. And of course, his number one, which I personally agree with, I've seen it several times. And the vast majority of the internet agrees with Kev that the number one read of all times goes back to when Phaedra Parks, Real Housewives of Atlanta, just dug her heels into Kenya Moore in regards to her trying to have a child and having to do the methods for in vitro. I mean, that was the read heard around the world. We are nearly 10 years. I think this year makes about 10 years since that, and nothing has topped that, even in my opinion. So, and I was getting in the comment section, and so I'm having a little bit of a crisis of conscience, right? Because I'm kind of like, I don't want to promote people biting each other's head off. That's not what I'm about. I'm about being loving, being gracious, giving people space, and not showing out like that. However, comma, I could not help but to make a note in the comment section of my absolute favorite read of all time, which came from Selena Johnson. You can look it up for yourself. It's not even a ton of footage, but if you look up the incident between Selena Johnson and Nikki Gilbert, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. They had more than one run-in, but this particular one I'm talking about, they were at a restaurant sitting across a table from each other, a full table, not like a coffee table. Anyway, so how do you feel when your worst moments are brought up again? And the reason I brought this up is because that's not the first time. Whenever, every couple of years, this conversation happens again. And a few years ago, when someone was talking about the reads, I even tagged Selena because I met her. We had a connection. I even shared one of my books with her. She literally has Journal for Your Journey. She has her own signed copy from me. And I love her spirit. But online, after we connected in person and on Instagram, I brought up, I tagged her, and I was like, oh, we cannot forget how Selena went off on Nikki. And she did not respond. And I felt immediately like she was not proud of that moment. She either didn't respond at all or she made like some maybe 2-word response. Either way, I very much, and it could have been like a discernment thing without trying to be too spiritually spooky, but I definitely picked up on she's not proud of that moment. Now, for me personally, I have had an absolutely crazy life. I just have to tell you, I have. I have been in some very high highs and some very low lows. And I'm thankful for where I am now. Y'all know that I am a Christian life coach. I'm a kingdom entrepreneur. And so I've built my business and my ministry on the Holy Scriptures. So I have to conduct myself with character and integrity. So, how, in my position, when I'm literally ministering to women, when I'm ushering them into becoming the best version of themselves and leaving some of these old thought patterns and behaviors behind them, how do I feel about someone who may be bringing up the worst moments of my life? So, since I'm talking about other people, let me tell y'all real quick about one of mine. Now, I laugh at it because it's so ridiculous. I have two in particular, but I will tell you about one. So I'm an old school party girl. Okay, that's what it was. College time, you're going to find me in the club. I'm going to be at the party. Me and my group of friends, period. So we were at this particular club. I may or may not have borrowed somebody else's ID to get in this club. Stay focused. In the club and having a good time. The music is good. This particular club was not downtown. It was in the suburbs. So more of my kind of people were there. It wasn't like the suit and tie crowd. It was the let's get in, we're going to have a good time kind of crowd. Well, this crowd brings a certain type of element with it. And so one of the chicks that was on the dance floor with us thought that it was a good idea. So you know this was back in the day because it was fully fine to smoke in the club. Nobody was going to say anything to you. We're literally on the dance floor. This chick has a lit cigarette and I don't know if she's had 2 or 10 drinks, but she is all over the place and she is super close to me and my friend. And I can't even enjoy the DJ. I can't even scope out the fellas. I can't even see what's going on because this chick, I feel like, is getting ready to burn my friend or myself. So, matter of fact, I moved my friend out of the way. I've always been that mother hen, super protective. Pull her. I get right there because I said, I don't want her to burn you. I said, but if she burned me, I'm going to whoop her. So she was doing whatever to the music. She leaned over one more time with that cigarette and it got within an inch of me and I grabbed her. I literally grabbed her wrist. I was like, you need to go somewhere with that cigarette. Am I proud of being a bully at one time in my life? Am I proud of gathering, reading people at a time in my life? I'm not. Do I behave like that now? I don't. And I don't condone is not the right word, promote or subscribe to acting like that. I feel like if we're adults, we should be able to talk, have a meeting of the minds, and get past that. And so I don't know if she'll ever see this. I want to encourage and I want to apologize. Selena, my sister, my girl, I admire you on so many levels. And I personally want to apologize. I still have to chuckle because that is my favorite clip. But I understand that especially on the world stage, as you have been even in these past years, more so than before, I'm talking about doing the thing. I don't want the negativity in your past to cast a cloud over the phenomenal things that you're doing. So from a sister to a sister, I apologize. And for all of my sisters, my ladies who are enjoying this satisfying, amazing sensational Saturday. I want to encourage you not to be ashamed of your past and not to let anybody um, color over what you're doing in the present, sowing seeds for the future by your past. Listen, if this inspired you, motivated you, got you thinking, I need you to like, comment, and subscribe to the Heal Girl channel. Come back, tell a friend about it. And y'all, I'm still kicking around titles, so please drop that in the comments as well. Should we have this as the Saturday touch point, the sensational Saturday, success Saturday? Let me know down below, and I will see y'all real soon. Have a fabulous rest of your weekend.